My name's Jessie Lloyd, and I want to share with you the story behind the song, Own Native Land. This is probably one of the songs that came to me a little bit later in the research. One of my aunties heard that I was travelling around looking for these old songs, and she said, "You know, your grandfather wrote a song." And we always knew my grandfather was a musical man because he was the conductor of the Palm Island Brass Band. His name was Albie Geia, and my family are the Geias from Palm Island. He was a multi-instrumentalist. He played pedal steel guitar and piano accordion, and he also used to compose pieces for the brass band. But there was a situation in 1957 on Palm Island that involved my grandfather. He had a falling out with the superintendent. And if we take into consideration the history of Palm Island was set up as a penal colony. So a lot of the, if not all of the Aboriginal residents were treated as inmates. So they had no rights. And the superintendent disagreed with my grandfather and tried to kick him off the island. And to his surprise, there were 6 other Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander men that stood by my grandfather and supported him. And those 7 men became the strikers of Palm Island. And they held that strike for 5 days. And during that time, they wrote a petition. They wanted fair wages for fair work because they were getting paid in rations. They wanted better living conditions because the health and the opportunities there was very bad. But unfortunately, the superintendent disagreed, and instead he called the Townsville police. And the 7 strikers and their families were exiled off Palm Island, and they were sent to other communities across Queensland as an example that this kind of troublemaking behaviour would not be tolerated. So that was 1957. And in 1960, my grandfather, he must have been reflecting on what had happened. And so he wrote this song, and you can see the sentiment in the song is he's not angry or resentful. He just has one simple request, and that is to give him his own native land. And the interesting thing about this song is it's kind of evidence that our old people have been talking about land rights and treaty and sovereignty way before the history books will tell you. And this conversation would happen for decades around Queensland and would eventually see Eddie Mabo take native title into Australian courts and into Australian law. This is the song Own Native Land, written by Albie Geia.
Oh, give me a land where I may roam, where no others would build and call it their home, where men of one color together would live and would feel no ill for their own native land. Oh, superiority is an unknown word to me. We lived in peace together with meek, simple and kind folks. I never knew that I would be one day a foreigner slave. So I make this last plea, please give me my own native land. Oh, superiority is an unknown word to me. We lived in peace together with meek, simple and kind folks. I never knew that I would be one day a foreigner slave. So I make this last plea, please give me my own native land. Please give me my own native land.